Hi, my name's KO, and welcome to a room I'm desperately trying to make look good.
Brother, what's that?
It somehow gets worse every time I look at it. Now, ever since my last 2 sketchbook tours, people have been telling me they will sue me if I don't put out another. So, hi. Now tell your lawyers they can go sue themselves. This is Sketchbook 22. This guy was filled out between September 14th, 2022. Oh my gosh, Sketchbook 22 in 2022. I'm feeling 22. Anyway, between September 14th, 2022 and June 12th of 2023, which means I finished this right before I went and got surgery on my hand where they found an extra muscle. I have been saying I'm built different for years, but you guys didn't believe me. Well, look at me now. I was right. I had an extra muscle in my hand. It's causing me pain.
Everybody get up.
Let's go. I love this habit of writing which number of sketchbook it is underneath, and I've been keeping track of these since like middle school. So this was originally just a plain red sketchbook. The brand is, I don't know if you can see that, but the brand is Hand.Book. I've got a couple of their sketchbooks linked in my Amazon store in case you want to find them easy. I do love these. I love this format, especially as like an animator. I feel like it's so helpful to have a sketchbook that is basically TV format. It just gets you used to those proportions, I feel like. I don't know, I just love it. So the front cover is something I actually cut out of a different book. It was like an old falling apart paper book that I got for like 75 cents at a secondhand store. And so I just cut this out of it because I love this painting. It's one of my favorites. This first page is a lot. In this first section, I originally was gonna make it like a sticker page, but then I just had like a bunch of friends draw stuff in it, so it ended up as this weird combination. That's my drawing, but the rest are, you know, other friends. Little Sam, who you might know from my last sketchbook. So to start off, I've got just a couple sticky notes I stuck in. That's from a friend. So this first page you might be looking at and you might be wondering, KO, why do you have a bunch of film rolls in your sketchbook? So I was like, you know what? I want to take a film class because that sounds like it would be fun and useful for my animation degree. So I signed up for a film class and very quickly learned that it was not a starter class, and I actually picked a higher level class. Completely flunked the first test, and I went to my professor, begged her for mercy, and was like, is there anything I can do for extra credit? Because when I tell you I think I got legitimately like a 13 out of 100 on this test, and she basically had me do this to get some credit back. So that was fun. Failing wasn't fun, but anyway, that class was fun. This was another random character that I came up for Date with Death, which was my first character design job. I explained that in my last sketchbook video if you saw that. Some more random characters. Love him. I love drawing wings. It's legitimately like one of my favorite things ever. There's also a lot of sneakers in this sketchbook, as you'll see. A bunch of Vocaloid sketches. I love these, especially that Miku. I love drawing Miku in just my own outfits. Some more Date with Death stuff. I don't remember what these were for. Bunch of stickers. Oh yeah, I had this sketchbook when I went to Lightbox, and so that was my little business card that I handed out to people with my little thing. It's got a QR code on the back, but you can't see it. And I also met Mepedy at one point, who was absolutely lovely. And Mepedy, if you're watching this, you're the best. Bunch more sneakers. Some more random concept work. This was like a thing I pasted in, I think from Lowe's, and then doodled on top of. This is the first sketchbook where I've started like kind of scrapbooking in it as well. I'm actually gonna make a video on it about scrapbooking in your sketchbook because I feel like it just helps so much. It really boosts that creative energy. That was a character design assignment. Oh, this page. Yeah, there's a lot of random stickers in here. This drawing you have probably seen because I've reposted it a ton of times because every time I post it, it does numbers. I don't know why. Maybe it's the blood. A lot of people are mad that he has his socks on in the tub. I don't know. This was just a fun drawing to do. It was based off a DC cover that I saw a while back. Some more Sam. Love him. And a couple figure drawing things. Amity from Owl House. Very small Sam. Love him. Oh yeah, if you'll see director's panel up in the corner. I had gone to a director's panel at Lightbox and meant to take notes, but then was so locked in to the panel that I just completely forgot to take notes. Some more concept work. I love these. I think they're so cute. These were some of the earliest sketches for a character design assignment that turned out so, so cute. Same with these. These were super early for a final concept work. I think I made this one digital, and she's so cute. Ah, yes, Halloween time, where I just drew one of my OCs as a vampire. I actually love how this turned out, so much so that I ended up scanning this in and making it digital for a Halloween post. Some silly vampire stuff, and then I watched The Witcher at one point, which I liked, question mark? I don't know. I watched it for the found family dynamics, and there was not nearly as much as I hoped. Some more scrapbooking stuff. Those are some leaves I found outside. And then my Minecraft skin. I love drawing myself. It's my favorite thing. Some more character design. A bunch more stuff. I think I was listening to the Magnus Archives at the time, and oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with that podcast. It's like one of those things that like has such a dedicated fan base, but at the same time it's really niche and underground. Please go listen to the Magnus Archives if you like mildly spooky stuff. Oh my gosh. Pretty fast, Bear. What are you doing in my sketchbook? Flipping through this sketchbook is making me realize how much I drew people and nothing else. Oh, and shoes. I love these. They're so cute. Oh, these were a bunch of illustration concepts. I still want to like do some of these. I ended up landing on this one for one of my finals. Pokemon. I started playing Heart Gold. No, wait. I started playing Soul Silver, and so I drew myself as a Pokemon trainer with my little team. I know everyone says Chikorita is like the worst starter, but I'll fight people on that. She's so cute, and the final is adorable. Bunch more doodles. I love getting these like color palettes, like paint palettes from Lowe's. I think they're so fun. Some figure drawing of a couple friends playing pole? Is that what it's called? The pool table game where they hit the ball, and yeah. Bunch of magical girl stuff. This page is a little bit of a mess, but it's cute. This might be the cutest drawing I've ever done in my entire career. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Also love this girl's design. I made her for a magical girl concept. And then I can't remember if I stole this idea from someone else or not, but I drew like a couple of my outfits, but then just added a sword each time, and I feel like it made it so much better. It's so cute. I love that one. It looks so cool there. Oh my gosh. A bunch more Grant. There's some more. Very cute. Oh, I always forget about this page. Every time I have this page in like my sketchbook, people always think I printed that out and put that in. I drew that. I promise I drew that. So this is something I actually want to do more, but I took that screenshot from Arcane and then just kind of like worked through it one at a time to figure out the best way to start off drawing this. I used all pen. There's no pencil. If you look really closely, you can see like the pen marks of the grids I marked out. Oh, you can kind of see the pen in there as well. I don't know. This was just like really, really fun to do. I don't often like do this traditionally. Usually if I'm trying to mimic a screenshot of something, I do it digitally, but working through it with the lighting, staging, and everything was, I don't know, it was just a lot of fun. Great exercise. Me as Monkey Kid. One of the many joys in life of being an artist is being able to draw yourself into your favorite shows. More Sam. That might be the cutest drawing I've ever done. A couple orders from the Starbucks on my campus. However, I have stopped going to Starbucks completely for multiple different reasons, so this was from New Year's. These were just like a bunch of random little sketches. I don't think any of these are like super good or anything, but like the page as a whole I think is really cute. I had this little fortune cookie with everything is figure outable, which I think is cute. And those were some Polaroids I took with one of my friends. Wow, I look terrifying there. Oh my gosh. Exorcism who? I'm out for blood there. A bunch of girls. I love final girl type concepts. Or like super girly girls mixed with like knives and swords. This right here might be one of the coolest drawings in the entire sketchbook. I don't know, something about it is like so satisfying and it came out so well. I want to use this concept for like a magical girl something if I ever get around to making it, but oh my gosh, love that. This page is a lot. This feels like an anime girl fever dream a little bit. So I had a assignment where I had to draw Mickey Mouse in something, I don't remember what, but I thought the sketches were just kind of boring overall, so I ended up covering it up with this space magical girl type thing. And it's just a lot. Oh, this was right as The Last of Us was coming out. I drew Ellie. And then I immediately made my own Apocalypse characters. I think she's so cute. I love the little claw clips. I feel like you never see claw clips used in character designs in media. And I don't know why, because they're like the best ever. They're so useful. They're so easy. But I feel like every time a girl has her hair up in a character design, it's always a ponytail. It's never a claw clip. Maybe I'm wrong, but like, I love the look of claw clips. Oh, that was some sketches of a mutual of mine. And that was just a silly little horror game concept. Lot of Monkey Kid. I adore that show. Oh my gosh. The animation, the character design, everything about it is a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend if you haven't seen it. Some more concept work for class. I do have a bit of same face syndrome. I'm not afraid to admit that. Am I trying to change it? Absolutely. But when it comes to my basic characters, yeah. Okay, so this page, that was a little note one of my friends gave me when I was feeling sick. She dropped off flowers, which is so sweet. And then I just put a bunch of other doodles in there. These are like wall paint palettes, again, just from like whatever hardware store. So this was supposed to be like sort of a journal for my hand injury, so that I could better tell doctors like what I was feeling, because I'm just so bad at remembering what pain feels like and where specifically. I'm just like, it hurts, I don't remember where. So I did my best to sort of keep track of where everything felt bad, the time and everything. If you're dealing with hand pain, highly recommend doing something like this, even though I didn't keep this up super well. And this is a little depressing to look at, but I don't know, at the same time it's kind of nice. It's been a year since I finished the sketchbook, and like sometimes my hand hurts and I'm like, I'm not any better, I haven't made progress, blah blah blah. But then looking back at this, like things were so much worse. I am doing so much better now, and I'm just so thankful that I've healed and I'm slowly moving past this injury, hopefully. Yeah, scar update. There it is right there. It still hurts sometimes, but overall, I'm doing so much better than I was a year ago. Some Moana for an assignment, and Last of Us doodle. I think this one's so cute. I think I actually ended up posting this on my Instagram. I loved it so much. I think part of it is the just like colors with the sticky notes I think are so cute, and then the dinosaur drawing in the background. I don't know, I just love that drawing. I think this page I had initially marked out for a storyboard, and then just never got around to it, so I just doodled over it. Oh, and if you see any Pokemon cards, I very briefly worked at a card shop, and a lot of the times we would get like fake Pokemon cards sent into us, and you know, we can't sell them or anything, so I would just take them home and cut them up for whatever, because I think they're cute. I think the art's still very cute. Miku page. I had that one I drew, but then I had a couple other friends draw other Mikus. That one's by Amitori, who is also here on YouTube, if you have not watched her before. This was my desk setup at my dorm at the time. It was a very, very crowded dorm. Very tight space. But somehow I managed to make it work. Yeah, that had to be like one of my worst desk setups I've ever had, but thankfully my desk setup has immensely improved thanks to today's sponsor, FlexiSpot. FlexiSpot really saved my summer with this one. Not only is this desk like super sturdy, like I put my full weight into this and it would not budge, but it was so easy to set up, and it's just great if you want to get like a little more exercise into your daily routine. Sometimes being an artist and animator, I sit down for way too long and really start to morph into a shrimp, so having a standing desk where I can just stand up, readjust the desk, and easily start drawing again has been genuinely amazing. Not to mention they're also super customizable for whatever setup you want. I personally got the white frame with a bamboo desktop, which I think is so pretty, and it also just feels really nice. You can also preset heights to whatever you're most comfortable with. Also, this thing can hold like so much. I'm always a little scared to test test out something's durability, but FlexiSpot ensured me that I could sit on this desk with no problem, and I could, and it lifted me. And I'm a 5'8" gal, like I'm heavy. FlexiSpot provides all kinds of standing desks to meet your demands. If you prefer a rock solid stability standing desk, then the E7 Plus is gonna be your top choice. If you want a premium standing desk for daily use, you can check out the E7 and the E7 Pro C-frames. If you're on a limited budget, you can choose their E5 model, and even unlock more savings by using the exclusive promo code provided in the description. Click the FlexiSpot link below, and thank you so much, FlexiSpot, for sponsoring this video. Back to the tour. This was something I cut out of a falling apart book again. Oh, and this was a bunch of illustration concepts for a assignment. I don't remember the one specifically, but I ended up going with that. Actually, now that I think about it, this was the year that I ended up talking about a couple videos ago, when I still had a mask and everything. So a lot of these assignments are in that video if you ever want to go watch it. I actually still to this day really like that video. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that was one of my friend's dorm rooms. I just sat down and started drawing. These were a bunch of cute little doodles that I think were in my planner, and then I just ended up cutting them out and sticking them in here. I have some song lyrics in there from a band I don't like anymore because their lead singer turned out to be the worst ever. Oh my gosh. That's cute though. Love this page. Oh yeah, I went to the Frist Art Museum and they had a little stamp thing. So I turned myself into a stamp because, you know, what else am I gonna do? This is cute. I recorded this drawing and posted it, and every time I get so many comments like, why on earth would you draw on the poor Lego sheet? And I don't have a good answer, I'm sorry. Oh, this page is so cute. Oh my gosh, speaking of the Magnus Archives, these were like, this is two of the characters from Magnus Archives, but as like kids and besties, because I think they would be. Random OC, a bunch of animals from the zoo. Very cute. Yes, the cowgirl phase. So towards the end of the year, I decided that I was gonna make some cowgirls for a show concept. I adore them. You'll see more of them soon. They're on my Instagram and I talk about them all the time. I love them. Yes! Okay, here she is. Well, here's one of them. Okay, so these were some of the early concepts for Danny. Originally, I was gonna give her some long box braids, but I ended up going with the shorter hair instead, just to contrast the other character, whose name is Birdie, and I love her. She is very heavily based off Dolly Parton, except if Dolly was tall, I guess. That was another little concept for one of the assignments I did. They're just so cute. That's a painting of my school. However, I don't think I'm good enough at painting to dox myself, so I'm gonna keep this in. There's my roommate from that year. Some more doodles, some more Danny, and Miku, of course, my queen. Ooh, okay, so here was, again, part of what I was doing for the Cowgirl show concept is, even though I wanted it to be sci-fi, obviously it has to be based in reality to some extent. So to properly design a gun, I wanted to research some old Western guns, which was actually really, really fun. It's fun having a lot of knowledge about an obscure topic, and my obscure topic is old Western guns. More specifically pistols. I never ended up looking into shotguns, at least not as much as this, but I love these concepts. I think they came out so cute. I don't know, it was just fun learning about all the different types. I think the final gun design that I came up with came out really cute, although it's digital, it's not traditional, so I don't have it here. A bunch more. Ew, band we don't like. Actually, I wonder if I can just... Am I about to rip my sketchbook? Okay, I'm lightly ripping the sketchbook, but it's not bad. I know this is bothering someone out there, but you know what? It's my sketchbook. Oh, okay, and I am tearing the whole page, so we're gonna leave that. I did tear it a bit. Oh well, of course I would. Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? Anyway, that's some of the trees that are right outside my window, which I adore. I always miss the view of my trees whenever I go to college. And I got to see the Wing Feather Saga world premiere, which was really, really cool. It was so cool to go to a world premiere. It's the only one I've ever been to. I don't know, it was just so cool to hear the directors talk, and they had some live music of the orchestra, or from the band that did a lot of the music. It it was just so cool. Such a cool experience. I'm so thankful that I got to go. I feel so lucky that I got to go to a world premiere. Like, what? That's crazy. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Go watch the Wing Feather Saga. There's one of my outfits. A lot of me. I think I talked about this before, but honest to God, best thing you can do for yourself as an artist if you're ever feeling insecure is draw specifically what you're feeling insecure about. Because I personally love my style, so I'm gonna love anything I draw. And sometimes, and I talked about this in my mega sketchbook tour, I, especially growing up, did not like my nose just because it's a hooked nose. And, you know, growing up with like Disney and like nearly all the Disney princesses had tiny little curved noses, and all the villains had these more hooked noses, which is a little problematic if you ask me. But because of that, you know, I grew up with all the villains having my nose, and so I just thought I had a bad nose, and I don't. It's so cool. It's so pretty. I love drawing it now. But whenever I'm feeling insecure, I try and specifically draw what I'm feeling insecure about. Oh, that's a drawing I didn't like for a reason. That was bad. Anyway, I love this page. Love this little cat cowgirl type picture. Again, bloody magical girls I adore. And oh my gosh, this concept might be one of my favorite concepts I've ever done. She's so cute. I really, really want to use this in like some sort of comic or show or whatever. I don't know if I ever will, but this was a Indian magical girl that I designed. I never gave her a name. I wish I did. So much fun to design her. I love the hair. I love everything about her. She's so cute. She has my nose. Love her. Anyway, I adore her. I want to use her for something, but I don't know yet. If you see her pop up in one of my projects, you'll know this is where it started. I did this a lot with my markers. So you'll see some markers don't bleed at all. Like this one, these are the tombos. The ones that don't bleed are tombos. The darker they get, usually the more streaky they get, or the more like overlay. So you can see like a little bit there. However, the really dark ones are pretty solid. And then the light ones like this blue one or like that pink are super solid. I love tombos just because they don't bleed, and honestly they're pretty thick, which makes it easy to color in. Love them. But then sometimes if I use like my Ohuhu markers or Ardex markers, whatever I'm using at the time, the ones that bleed I'll usually put on a separate sheet or like have something on the other side so that it doesn't bleed through, or at least it doesn't show on the other side. Like I could draw over the bleed, like you can see a bit there, but I don't know, I just tend to cover it up. And it's more scrapbooking, which is always pretty. These two cute little cyber concepts, really love. Wow, I drew a lot of girls and like nothing else. More Pokemon stuff. That was really cute. One of these cute little players. I forget what they're called, but I desperately want one. I think they're so cool, even though I really don't need an overpriced hobby. So I got sea creatures, some more Pokemon cards. Again, don't worry, they're fake. I'm not cutting up real cards. Ah, my little spider Sona. Love her. I should make a new one now that I've bleached my hair. Although my hair might be different again by the time the movie comes out. Anyway, Spider-Punk. He's so much fun to draw. Like some of the early concept art where it's like very, very scribbly. I tried to take that and honestly it was so much fun. Ah, that's from my little Spider-Punk figure. Where is he? There he is. I love him. Look at him. I desperately tried to find any of the other figures from this series, especially the Miguel, Miles, and Gwen one, but I never found any of them. Actually, that's not true. I found the Miguel one, but I found it at a Target while I was out of state, and I was like, you know what? I'll just get him when I get back home, and I never saw it again. Vanished. Completely vanished. So I never found him. However, my dear sweet boyfriend did give me the, the Miguel pop figure. Anyway, women. Love women. That was a doodle from Soluspan, who is so kind and sweet. Another Spider-Punk. Oh, this page where the spine has torn apart. I abused this poor sketchbook. Another fake Pokemon card. That one's fake as well. You can tell that because there's no like shine. Random Pokemon thing. Oh, that was my ticket to see Spider-Verse. Yeah, just a bunch of doodles. Love this shark head girl. I think she's so cute. And then the ew, how do I, gross. Anyway, very cute little green doodle. We're just gonna focus on that. Oh, and then that was the other painting that I cut out. But anyway, that concludes the sketchbook. So that's actually the last sketchbook I have that's completely filled, and I am currently working on this one, number 23. Love the cover already. She's about halfway through, I guess. Maybe a little over halfway through. Anyway, back to me. Well, that concludes that. So no suing me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, hello, we're almost at 100K subscribers. What? That's like actually insane. Thank you guys so much. I never would have guessed that my silly little channel would get this big. Thank you guys so much for liking my art and my content. It just means a lot. I appreciate every single one of you guys, except the ones threatening to sue me. I know who you are. You're on thin ice. But yeah, thank you so much again. I really can't thank you guys enough. Both this sketchbook and my last sketchbook are gonna be up on Gumroad. It's a great way to support me if you want. It's basically like leaving a tip for me while also getting an entire digital copy of my sketchbooks. So yeah, thank you so much. I will see you guys next time in a hopefully better room. Bye! I just realized my laundry's back there too. Can I be professional? Whatever, it's there.